Let's talk about Wipro because the company has also come out with its numbers wherein the profit figure as well as the revenue both have disappointed. This time around, the profit has been clocked at 2,667 crores. That's a decline on a sequential basis, and that's actually lower than what we were expecting at ET now, because our estimates was around 2,800 crores. And when it comes to the revenue figure in rupee term, then 22,516 crores is what the company has reported, almost a flattish sort of a growth on a sequential basis, but that's actually lower than our estimates as well, because we were expecting a number higher by around 300 crores. So on both the parameters, there's a disappointment coming in. Key to watch definitely will be the guidance by the company, because the analysts were expecting there was actually quite a varied assumption for the guidance. So the expectation that we have ranges from minus 1.5% and goes up to 1% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, constant currency growth in Q3 of FY24. So let's see what is the number on that front. But Mahantesh, your first cut on Wipro, how are you seeing at the numbers? Okay, so we will wait by to know more onto the numbers, but definitely a weak set coming in from Wipro this time around. The company, because we were seeing a weak set of numbers coming in from the IT companies, definitely, because when it comes to the numbers from LTI, Mindtree, as well as Infosys, all these companies have been cutting their guidance, and let's see what sort of a guidance Wipro comes up with. But Mahantesh, your first cut on Wipro, there has been a disappointment onto the profit as well as revenue figure. So what exactly onto the numbers will you be looking at in the con call? What's your expectation on guidance?
So firstly, I haven't seen their press release or the numbers per se in terms of the fact sheet, but yes, you did talk about the overall profit dropping on a quarter-on-quarter basis. That's a big disappointment, and that number is substantially lower, remind you. Even with the revenues, there seems to be also quarter-on-quarter quite a bit of a hit. So I consider this is a very poor result. From a con call, of course, what one would like to understand is that what's really happened in terms of their execution of orders. Are there any ramp downs that they faced? Are there any delays that they are facing? Is the primary question one would like to find an answer for.
Well, thank you for that, Mahantesh. But even Wipro's consulting business, especially in the Europe segment, the European region, it was expected that there will be the weakness will continue in that region as well. And as per the press release, European region, the other regions like America, they have seen some stable kind of growth. But Europe has disappointed again. It's around 6% down on quarter-on-quarter basis. So how do you see this trending going forward?
So, like I said, the problem that seems to have arisen for Wipro is that they've undertaken a restructuring exercise some time back, and that doesn't seem to have really aligned them for the business challenges ahead. And Europe is the case where they should have done better. One would have expected a much better performance. So the root cause does primarily appear to be prima facie appears to be related to the execution delays. So can't really comment. I haven't been able to see the fact sheets as yet properly.
Just let me help you with some more numbers then, and we have the guidance by the company. And once again, what we were seeing the trend in the IT companies, they have been lowering their guidance. But for Wipro, what the analysts were expecting for Q3 FY24, the guidance, the range that we saw from the analyst coming in was from minus 1.5% going higher towards 1%. But what Wipro is saying that they have a guidance of minus 3.5% to minus 1%. -1.5% in constant currency terms, where they expect their revenue from the IT services business segment to be in the range of $2,617 million to $2,672 million. Is that a cut? Was that a number actually? Were you expecting for Wipro like -3.5 to -1.5% of constant currency growth?
So that's a disappointment. Actually, one would have looked at the guidance starting from 0 to probably 1.5. It seems to be quite worse than that. See, sometimes what happens is that there could be execution delays which can be made up in the subsequent quarters thereafter. So there seems to be no such relief coming in from Wipro. So obviously a bit disappointed with the guidance as well.